Young money. Yeah.
Hey everybody, hope you're well. Welcome to episode number 22 of Average Beer Dude TV. I am Chris, I am Average Beer Dude. Thank you for tuning in, thanks for joining me today. Today is a special day because, well, first of all, it's Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. My little one right now is sleeping upstairs, and my fingers are crossed that he stays sleeping while we're trying to film this thing. So, secondly, important day because we're trying a beer that I, quite frankly, know jack shit about. Brand new style, if you want to call it a style. Brand new fad out here in California, the Brut IPA. We'll talk a little bit about what a Brut IPA is here in a minute. But this rendition right here is from Alvarado Street. They are kind enough to ship their beers down to San Diego, and I was smart enough to stop by my local bottle shop and pick one up the other day. Let's take a gander at the can art before we get started. I can appreciate it just because I'm a fan of Drake. I like Drake's music. I like how Drake trolls on everybody, especially on the sidelines of the Toronto Raptors basketball games. So anyway, very Drake-esque can art here. For those of you that like Drake, you'll recognize that. It's got Party Wave Dave there doing his best impression of Drake, as well as some Brut champagne and some beer. So, like I said, I don't know jack shit about Brut IPAs. What I can tell you is this. I did very, very little amounts of research. I read that basically what a Brut IPA is, it's an IPA that has all the bitterness and all the sweetness supposedly kind of sucked out of it. They add an enzyme to the beer, brew it, it pulls all that out. So in theory, what we're gonna get today is a nice hoppy, flavorful, crisp, dry beer, kind of like Brut champagne. I don't know if I have any champagne drinkers watching the channel, but yeah, if so, you get what I'm talking about. Other than that, I mean, I don't know what this thing's gonna look like. I don't know what it's gonna smell like. I don't know anything. So I'm kind of looking forward to diving in, trying a new style. Kind of unusual, because usually I go into these video reviews sort of expecting a certain amount of hops, a certain amount of juiciness, a certain amount of something in a beer as I'm drinking it, and I don't know anything about this beer. So hopefully I don't spit it out, or hopefully I don't gag. I don't know. We'll see. So if I do, that'll make for some good entertainment. So anyway, a little bit more about this beer in itself. 7% ABV. There's no canning date or anything on it. I know it was canned, I think, like a couple weeks ago. So yeah, I mean, let's just dive in. I mean, the only other thing I'll share as I get started is I can't help but think, you know, everybody thinks Brut champagne, Brut, and I don't know about you guys, but all I can ever think about is like aftershave that your grandpa used to put on when you were a kid. He used to sit there and shave his face, probably with like a fucking straight edge razor, and slap that like straight alcohol Brut. It's like a little blue bottle, a little green bottle, and just sort of, yeah, burn. I still don't understand why they did that shit, but I guess things have evolved since then. So anyway, let's go ahead and dive in. I'm gonna crack this can. We're gonna give it a pour, give it a sniff, do all the fun things, see what we're looking at. So, first thing I noticed when pouring this beer, I'm just gonna do like a little half pour here. This thing is like super crystal clear. Get a gander on that. This looks like like when you pour like a Bud Light into a glass and kind of look at it. It's got very minimal bubbles kind of bubbling up in there, and the fizzy head that kind of is disintegrating before my eyes into nothing. It does look very champagne-like, you know, very Brut-like, I suppose. No pun intended there. So anyway, let's give this thing a smell, see what we're looking at here, and see what we're smelling, and then we'll take a sip and see if a Brut IPA is actually something I can drink. Okay, interesting. So, I mean, this is gonna sound fucking boring as hell, but this smells like a regular old IPA to me. There's not a lot of like that bitterness there. It still smells a little sweet, so I'm not sure if I'm talking about the right stuff when I'm talking about what they do to brew this beer and how it's supposed to pull the sweetness, but I mean, I'm still getting a little bit of sweetness. Maybe that's just because it's got a really nice bouquet of citrusy hops in there. Getting a little berry, getting a little like orangey, grapefruity citrus. But other than that, I mean, to me, this is all like tropical fruity hops. I'm not getting like a whole lot of earthiness, no like danky smell at all, just straight fruit. So let's take a sip, see what this thing's like in the mouth. I'm hoping that it's really dried out, kind of like a champagne would be, and we'll see what it tastes like as well. All right, That is fucking funky. Super weird. So usually with most beers you expect it to have some body to it, and that thing is bone fucking dry, like bone dry. There is no, it just like literally sits in the mouth and like almost absorbs right into your tongue. It's really weird. Yeah, that is so fucking weird. But it's not bad. So there's like no mouthfeel there at all. Straight dryness. It just literally dries up in your mouth. It's got a sparkly carbonation, kind of like a champagne would have. But other than that, I got nothing else on this beer. I can tell you right now, as I took a couple swallows there, my mouth is fucking drier than shit. It's like I got cotton mouth or something. So, kind of interesting. Flavor-wise, I'm definitely getting more of some of that earthy hop in there now. Also getting a little bit of that citrusy goodness there, that grapefruit, orangey citrus. But this is like a pretty standard IPA for me, which is kind of cool. Forgive me, the light's kind of shining through all of a sudden in the garage here in the Average Beer Dude headquarters. And it's probably lighting up this side of my face, so it is what it is. Gotta roll with the punches, folks. Anyway, let's take one more sip just to make sure I'm kind of accurately describing this for you all. And we'll give it a rating as well, you know? See what I think of this thing. Yeah, I mean, citrusy, definitely just all hops really, which is kind of fun because it sort of really highlights what the hops can do in a beer. I mean, again, I describe it as orangey citrus, grapefruity, a little bit of melony taste in there. You know, pretty standard stuff. I don't know what hops are in here, but if I had to guess, you know, I'd probably guess like the typical, you know, Citra, Amarillo, Simcoe type stuff. But yeah, if I had to give this thing a rating, I would, you know, this is my first one, right? So I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if it was going to be good. I didn't know if it was going to be bad. I didn't know if it was going to be ugly. I didn't know anything. So this is not a bad beer at all. And since I have nothing else to compare it to, I'll probably shy away from giving like a numbers rating, if you will, but I would just say that I would love to try other Brut IPAs and just see what they're all about. This is not a bad beer. I will definitely finish this can. There's no way I would ever pour this out. It's just super different. In the mouth, it just literally just dries you right out, which is so interesting. I got to commend these guys for giving this thing a try. I'm super pumped. I'm kind of hoping that we see other renditions of this happening down the California coast. I know some local San Diego breweries are starting to do this as well. So I guess I just have to get off my ass and get over there and go give them a whirl. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. If you've had a Brut IPA, I would love to hear what you have to say in the comments, or even if you haven't, I'd love to hear what you have to say about the style. I don't think this is going to be a style that's going to be as crazy as like a New England style IPA, but hey, you never know. One day we can all be sipping around, sitting fucking drinking Brut IPAs out of champagne glasses. I don't know. We'll see. If you like this video, I'd really appreciate a subscribe. The subscribe button should be popping up somewhere down here. Hit that button, click subscribe. I really appreciate the support. Really appreciate you guys tuning into what I have going on. You can also follow me on Instagram at Average Beer Dude. Find me on there. You can harass me, do whatever you want, read my beer reviews. Don't read my beer reviews, you know, whatever works. I'm appreciative of it all. So thanks for watching. Hope you all have a good day. And again, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I hope you guys have an especially great day. Cheers.
Niggas, all I need's a fucking red jacket with some zippers.